Well, as you know, the last step of the learning process is to bring it all together to the point where you can present it to someone else in a coherent form and they can benefit from it. So I'd like to start with the dead breath by asking you first what you understand about the dead breath and what its purpose is. What's it for? What are we doing this for?
The purpose is to increase our lung capacity. Basically, through the practice of maximizing our present ability both to inhale and to exhale, stretching our lungs on both ends.
And that probably to enhance our overall performance, to get more oxygen in our blood, to raise our ability to move and be in our physical presence.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What else is it going to help? What else is more oxygen going to help with?
Swimming, holding your breath longer, running, more blood flow.
Mm-hmm.
More energy.
More energy.
It will help the brain better to think with.
Very important factor. Yeah, it's going to help with centeredness. It's going to help with you being sensitized to your environment. It's going to help with tracking you're going to be doing. You're going to be more aware, more present, more attuned. Mm-hmm. Rather than just struggling to catch your breath and keep up. It's going to make a big difference. Lung capacity is really important too. The average person uses about 40% of his lung capacity. That's it. And I can use 140% of mine. And that's possible for everybody. And this exercise is going to help you get to that place. What else about this exercise is unique?
Could go on with it forever somehow. At least when I did it, I noticed I kind of gotta stop myself and say, okay, now I go to, because it's such an, when I let go of my breath, I want to inhale really deeply again, and then I want to let go of it again. That's what I experienced, at least.
Yeah, that's one reason it's called the dead breath. For some people, it's really meditative. Just get into the exhale and relax. Just relax and relax and relax into the exhale. Okay, well, what we'd like to do is to have one of you people actually do it and go through the process, and one of you monitor what that person is doing, and I'm going to be watching over and guiding and directing the whole thing to help you be as efficient as possible with this exercise.
So the first step, as he's demonstrating, is to lie down in the star pose with the feet spread wide and the arms up high. And relax the body. Use open breathing, circular breathing to help create that relaxation and the grounding. And then begin by inhaling into the stomach, with the diaphragm, into the abdomen, filling that abdominal cavity, and then from there inhaling up into the chest, up toward the neck, until it feels like you're maybe going to choke on your own breath, so you're just stuffed with air. And then, without pausing, release, letting that air roll off from the chest, roll out from the chest, and then using the diaphragm to squeeze out the air from the abdominal cavity and letting it all leak out and allowing plenty of time for the last bits of air to come out, and then pausing there in that empty state until you feel a moderate urge to inhale again.
Okay, a couple of corrections. First of all, with your posture here, you need to be actively engaged in stretching your arms. It's a little high right here. You want to expand your chest, stretch out your shoulder blades, stretch them way out, and then hook them on the ground. Yeah. Pull those fingers out. Reach out as far as you can. Really pull out, stretch out, and then lay down flat on the ground and lock into that position with your back and your chest as stretched as possible. Okay, your legs are a little too far apart. Your legs can be relaxed. Yeah, that's good. And just a correction on his instructions about using your diaphragm to push out your breath. You do no pushing, you let gravity do it. The only thing you're focusing on is the inhale. After you've completely inhaled, you die. You're completely dead, and you let gravity do it. You just let the exhale happen automatically. No contraction of the chest, no pushing up of the diaphragm, no contraction of the lower abdominal area. Just completely relax into it as though you're dead. Now for the inhale, you push your breath down. Now you're using your diaphragm. You push your breath down into your pelvic floor. Push, 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 like you're blowing up a hard to blow up balloon. Just pushing your breath in, packing your breath down, and then gradually packing it up and in, expanding your chest right up to your throat, your neck, and pack as much breath in as possible to the point when you start quivering, you just can't pack in anymore. And then pack in a little more yet. Yeah, just go crazy. Just push it down. This is where you're expanding your fibers. You're expanding the tissue in your lungs. This is where you're expanding your lung capacity. Very important part of the process. And then die. Just relax. You want to let all those fibers relax in an expanded state. Is that clear to everybody? Okay. Okay. Go ahead and do it. You're not holding your breath at all. You're packing up to the highest capacity and then just dying. And then you're relaxing into the exhale to the point where you start feeling a moderate urge to inhale. Now here's where we're overriding our parasympathetic nervous system because we are programmed to keep inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. You're overriding that. You're just relaxing into the exhale. And this is where the meditative state starts. You just need to be completely lost in your exhale instead of allowing the inhale to automatically come. You want to relax into the exhale. And this is where you're simulating death, completely relaxed. Okay, go ahead. Why don't you start with an inhale. Push it down, push it way down in. So you're pushing your breath into your pelvic floor. Push, push, push. So your gut almost hurts. And then allow your lungs to fill up, your upper lungs to fill up. Get those lower lungs really super expanded. Most of us breathe in our chests. We don't really expand our guts when we breathe. And that's where the potential lies. Our lower lungs. Okay, push more into your gut on the next inhale. Really push that belly out. Push, 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 way down. Push that gut out. Yeah, it's looking better. This is the most important part of the inhale here. You've got to get that gut way out, pushing way down. Okay, when you start inflating your chest toward the end of your inhale, you're losing your gut. Keep the gut full. Keep the gut full. Don't let it relax, and just fill up from there. You're doing well with your gut, but you're going then from your gut to your chest. If you have any questions while we're going on, just chime in, okay? If there's anything you don't understand here.
I'm curious about food.
Yeah, do
Practicing
it on
this.
an empty stomach. Yeah, very important. Yeah, otherwise you can't fully expand your lungs if part of your abdominal cavity is filled with food. You want it to be filled with air as much as possible. Yeah, I'm glad you asked that.
What did you mean by filling up from going from the belly to the chest?
When you expand your belly, you want to hold it. What he's doing is expanding his belly, and then he's expanding his chest, losing his belly expansion. So you want to keep your belly expanded while you're expanding your chest, so that they're both fully expanded. That gets your lungs fully expanded, your lower lungs and your upper lungs fully expanded. Any other questions right now?
I notice each time I do it, sometimes it'll feel like I do it really well, and then after that time I get off my breathing rhythm, and then it's like, oh well, I need to inhale real quick, and then get back to my rhythm of breathing.
That's part of the learning curve,
Yeah.
because you're defying your parasympathetic nervous system. You're overriding it, and it's getting used to a new way of breathing, a new rhythm of breathing. And here's where a coach helps, someone to watch you, because you're helping that person and you're helping yourself by seeing what that person is doing, what's working and not working, so you can apply that to yourself. So pair up when you do this, okay? Your arms are too high. You have them about right here, because you want to expand this way, laterally, rather than high. Expand this way. So just arms should be at, if you draw a line from the edge of her hand through to the top of her head to the other hand, there should be a straight line. Okay. Now first, spread out your shoulder blades as much as you can. Spread, yeah, there, yeah. Boy, I see a big difference already. Expanding your chest as far as you can, and then lock it down. Lock it down in the ground. A hard surface is really good for this, by the way, so that you can lock it down, so it helps to hold. Okay, head tilted back a little bit. Should be about 15 degrees off of the horizontal. Okay, jaw relaxed. Okay, when you're ready again, really work on expanding your gut. Keep pushing, way down. You weren't fighting enough at the end of your inhale. You could pack more air in yet. And you're never closing off your air passages. You're never holding your breath. You just pack it in, and then die. That's it. Yeah, now you're getting some volume in there. That's great. Yeah, that's it. Work on it. This is hard work. Push it down. Push it down. Blow up that belly. See the difference? See how she's really expanding herself? She's really working at it. Now, this isn't just about running down a deer. This is going to enrich your life in general because you're going to be much more oxygenated. Your mind is going to function better. In times of stress, usually when we hold our breaths and we contract ourselves, you're just going to be able to breathe naturally through it. This is a great stress release exercise. Just when you're walking around, you don't have to lay down and do this every time. Once you have it, you've got it. It's going to enrich your whole life.
It's good to open up your belt a little bit.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yeah. Open up your pants, open up your belt. You want full expansion capacity. Yeah.
That's exhausting.
Pardon?
That was exhausting right now.
Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah.
It's hard work. You're fighting against years of conditioning here, not breathing fully and properly. Push more, push down into your gut. Really push it.
Seems like the effort of pushing actually results in the exhaling. It's like I'm confused about where's the pushing going.
Yeah, it's mind over matter here. Your body's going to want to relax and exhale, that's for sure. You're fighting against your natural urges here. Well, your learned urges, they're not natural urges. Push, push, push. And don't quit. Then allow your chest to expand. Force it into your chest. Yeah, you've got more chest capacity than that. Push. Okay, right at the end, pack some more in now. Okay. You're doing it in fits and spurts. Keep a nice, steady inhale. No interruptions.
Tamarack, did I hear you say you could do this wherever you are once you start getting good? You don't have to be laying down?
No, you have to be laying down to do it.
Okay.
You can have a full inhale with a relaxed exhale wherever you're at once you have it down. But in order to learn, you've got to be completely relaxed, no interruptions. You're not using any musculature. If you're standing, you're using musculature and you can't completely relax to expand. You can't fully expand your chest. You've got to have this posture to get your lungs expanded.
It seems like my tendency is to seal off. As soon as I breathe in a certain amount, the back of my throat just shuts off.
Yep.
And then that's it. And then any effort to breathe in more actually is just out breathing, even though I'm trying to breathe in more.
That's going to be your challenge here. Yeah. Expand. Spread out the shoulder. Yeah, that looks good. That's good. Okay. That's going to help you to fill your chest cavity. Okay. Yeah. Looks good. Pack it in your gut. Pack it down there, all the way down to your pelvic floor. Okay. Okay. Don't quit though. Then bring it up. Bring it up. Yep. Bring it all the way up to your chest, up through your throat. See, you're constricting at the end. You're holding your breath for a brief second.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. Leave it open. You still did it.
Mm-hmm. It's very strong.
Yeah.
Instinct or something.
Mm-hmm.
Practice in the pattern.
Yeah, it's probably related to the way you function emotionally as well. Constricting, contracting. It often is with people. They're putting up a boundary, being defensive, self-protective. Okay, next. And you folks who are going to be partnering up with him when he's doing the exercise, watch for that. So that's a complete, full inhale and then an exhale without interruption. No contraction, no holding of the breath. It's just inhale, die, inhale and die with no interruption. Okay. Tilt your head back a bit. Yeah, about 15 degrees off of the horizontal. Okay, relax your jaw. Get your tongue up behind your upper incisors. Okay. Push it way down. Push your breath way down, right into your pelvis. You can push more than that. Yeah, much better already. See him bloating up. Now get your chest in the action too. You got it down in your belly. Yeah, yep. See his chest coming up now?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want. Push harder at the end. You got two-thirds of it now. You've got the gut, you got the chest, now you got to get it up in your throat. Really pack that air in. Okay, you got it. That's it. You got what you need. Now it's just the practice. It's good to do it for about a half a meal time. And every other sun to start with. Just do it every other sun. And the reason is that you're expanding tissues here. And it takes time for those tissues to grow in that expanded state. So you want one sun of really vigorous exercise, really burn, really like you were doing. Force yourself. You're gonna hurt. You're gonna feel it. When you get up, you're gonna feel like you've really done some work. And then you need a sun to relax and let those tissues rebuild in that new form, in that new shape. And then the sun after that, you're back to the exercise again.